Welcome back to my channel. I am so stoked that you're here for this week's episode. In fact, this is going to be a special 3-part series where I am calling out the gurus in the coaching and online education industry because things are evolving and it's about time our strategies started to evolve as well. So we're going to talk about what's not working and the only 3 things that you need to focus on to scale your business to $1 million plus. Are you here for it? I cannot wait to break this down with you. But before we dive in, will you do me a quick favor? One quick favor. If you like what you're hearing, if you like me, if you like this channel, you know what to do. Hit that like button, but also smash that subscribe button. Everything that I'm doing here on this channel and in my business at The Brand Vibe is really to empower impact-driven, multi-passionate entrepreneurs to change the world one brand at a time. And that comes with 1 subscribe at a time. So will you help let YouTube know that you are a part of this mission and movement? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be a part of the work that we're doing. Honestly, your support in such a small way makes all of the difference. So thank you, and let's get started. If you're a coach, a consultant, a service provider, an online course creator, and you think that following a paint by numbers strategy and approach to running your business is going to help you hit that first $1 million plus in sales and live your best life in the process, sorry to break it to you, but it's really not. Frankly, the industry is totally changing as the creator economy expands, as more and more businesses step into the online space. It is no longer okay to just do business as usual. In fact, there are over 50 million creators and counting in this economy. The online education space is set to grow to 325 billion by 2025. And frankly, knowledge is kind of becoming a commodity these days. The very thing that you charge for in your coaching and in your courses are now being provided for free by millions of people online. So here's the truth. Teaching people what you know is only going to take you so far in the online space moving into 2023. It's true. People used to laugh about like Google University, YouTube University back in the day when we started creating online courses, but the truth is that's a real thing right now. By the millions, there are people, educators, experts who are literally teaching step-by-step formulas for free 99 online, the very thing that you are trying to have as proprietary information inside of your programs and in your courses. It's not going to work to only have that strategy moving into next year. Even if you're successful in selling to your clients, the amount of referrals, brand advocacy, loyalty is going to dwindle because that in and of itself isn't enough to help you truly scale a thriving brand going into this next phase. And if you're a service provider or an agency owner, that done for you one-on-one work, we all know can only go so high. Like you are capped at a certain point. And without diversifying your revenue streams, you're only going to be able to scale and grow your business so much. And frankly, if you're being honest with yourself, there are hundreds of $27 offers and high ticket coaching programs that are offering the same promise that you are when it comes to the offers and services that you've been putting out there. And frankly, the vast majority of marketing gurus are still teaching outdated marketing strategies and tactics that truly are a paint by numbers approach to getting you to run your business their way without any personalization and customization. They've cracked a formula, say 10 years ago, that all of a sudden they believe is going to work for life. And that, my friends, is not how marketing or business works. If there's anything that 2020 has taught us, it's that the ability to be agile and to pivot based on the market and the economy and the demand is critical to your success. So you might be thinking to yourself, Nicole, what gives? Should I just not run this business anymore? Are you about to introduce some massive new business model or concept I haven't heard of? Not exactly. I mean, there is so much opportunity that is at your fingertips with the growth of what's happening in the creator economy and in the online education business. Add to that the fact that over 4 million people and counting have come out of the workforce during the Great Resignation in search of better opportunities. There is so much potential for growth, but the way that we approach it has to shift. Your strategy moving forward to stand out from the crowd needs to be that you stop doing what everybody else is doing and telling you to do, and you start doing the thing that you are meant to do, the thing that sets you apart, the thing that you do best. When you really start embracing what you bring to the table, you'll build an organic, loyal community that is authentically attracted to your brand through your vision, your values, and your vibe. And you'll do all this while welcoming the right clients at the right time to the right offers that you're launching. The problem is, most people don't really know how to do this, which is why I'm about to show you how. If you're new to me, hi, I'm Nicole, the proud to be Boricua founder, the digital marketing expert and business coach, who also happens to be a mom raising 3 preteen and teenage boys. So things are pretty busy these days. I spent 15 years working in corporate, from vice president of sales to chief marketing officer to creative director and tons in between. And after doing that for so long, I realized that I had a passion to empower the little guy, the person like me who wanted to start their own business and be able to grow their brand and market their offers in order to make an impact on the world. So I took all of my years of experience running multi-million-dollar marketing and launch campaigns and started my own consulting agency called The Brand Vibe. And listen, despite my experience, stepping into this space really had me questioning everything that I knew with what the gurus were saying to do online. I wasn't sure which strategy to implement, what I should go about doing. Do I do webinars? Do I do masterclasses? Do I trust my gut and what I know has worked so well across various industries for years and years? It became this cycle of like, try this, try that. This person said this, now let's insert that. And I kept trying to run my business doing things their way instead of embracing how to do things my way. After a certain point, I just started questioning whether I was even CEO material. You like get into your head over these things. And I kept questioning my strategies, thinking, am I even made for this? So I hit this moment where I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to call it a day, peace out, burn my business to the ground and be done with it, I better give this a shot doing things my way and the way that I know to be successful for my business and the way that I have cultivated and grown multiple brands, multiple accounts for multiple years and multi-millions of dollars. Like, let me go down fighting and do it in a way that allows me to feel damn proud of the work that I put in. So I set out to do just that, and I started to implement this 3-step method that is now known as my CEO method. And when I did that in my business, everything changed. Not just for me, but for all of my clients as well. In just over 2 years of running my business full time, I've had almost 7 figures in revenue, helped over 350 clients, helped them hit over $4 million in client revenue. I now have a team of 6 that is mixed with full-time, part-time, and contractors, and have been able to expand my agency and coaching business into an online education hub, truly the first of its kind, one-stop shop built for multi-passionate entrepreneurs to help you start, grow, and scale your dream business. It's called the Brand Vibe University, or Brand U for short. I stopped doing things everyone else's way, and I started embracing what I knew best, and I empowered my clients to embrace what they knew best. And that started to lead to 6-figure, repeatable, profitable launches, because if one marketing strategy works one time but doesn't work after that, then it's not helpful to you or your business or your clients. You really want repeatable processes that are going to work over time that you feel fully aligned to. And that is what we're able to unlock. The best part of this is that our clients have been able to do this while working less and living more, because I'm a mom of 3 boys. Like I always say, I'm a mom first and a CEO second. And so the strategies that I teach our clients and the things that I do in my business need to revolve around my lifestyle, my family, not the other way around. I needed to have implementable strategies that could be duplicated with other people and repeatable in its success. And it needed to be done around my terms and my clients' terms and not working ourselves into the ground. And it works. So I want the same for you going into this next year. There is so much opportunity at your fingertips for you to build the business of your dreams without the burnout. And it is not unique to just me. It's not unique to just the clients I work with. Anyone can implement these strategies, and I cannot wait to dive into this with you today. It's time for you to redefine success and truly step into your CEO role. And we do this in 3 ways: clarify your brand, elevate your marketing, and optimize your sales. These are the only 3 strategies that you are going to need going into next year that you can put on rinse and repeat. Now, the process and the way you implement is not paint by numbers, but the actual foundation of what you need to be doing forms an ecosystem that is doable, repeatable, and really in alignment with what your goals are for your business. This is called my signature CEO framework, and it is exactly what we teach inside of all of our brand new programs, and it's exactly what I'm going to be teaching inside of the next 3 series in this video and podcast. First part of the framework, again, is creating and cultivating a personal brand for you to stand on. When you do this, you are establishing your authority and setting yourself apart as a true thought leader in this space. It's not just your knowledge that sets you apart from the crowd. It is the brand that you are going to curate that really aligns to your values, to your vision, to your mission, to what you are all about. When you do that, people have the utmost respect for what you bring to the table. You're going to introduce your story. You're going to incorporate why people should work with you. Really establishing the foundation of that is so key and critical, and that's what we're diving into in this very first video. And the second part is all about elevating your marketing and your messaging. When you do that, you're really cultivating and attracting the right community and the right loyal audience. It is not about vanity metrics right now. You could have 1 million followers. I've had clients who have had 1 million followers and make 0 money in their business because they're not the right followers at the end of the day. Versus I was making multiple 6 figures with less than 2,000 followers on my Instagram account without even having an anchor piece of content, all because the clients I was calling in were my people. And as a result, they trusted me and I was cultivating the right audience from day one. And that is a really critical part of elevating your messaging and your marketing that will set you apart going into this next year. And the last part is optimizing your sales, because you are still in a for-profit business that needs to call in customers that are going to pay you. But you want to be able to do this in a really aligned strategic way. And we teach this by mixing both live launch strategies and evergreen passive income strategies. It's not one or the other, it's both. And when you do that, you have an opportunity to sell without selling and really allow the right clients to come into the right offers at the right time for you without having to worry about being stressed out over your launches or cash infusion for 1 month and then down to 0 for the next. It's called balance, it's called optimization, and it's what we dive into on the 3rd day. This is it. This is your organic ecosystem. Now you're probably thinking, cool, easier said than done. Like, what do I do at this point? How do I dive in? Let's get started with day 1, where we are focusing all around the essentials to aligning and crafting and clarifying your personal brand so that you could really stand in your authority and be an industry leader. Let's go. So here's the thing. A lot of you guys may have businesses out there or may say to yourself, like, I want to start a business, but how many of you are saying, I want to build a brand? I don't just want to make money selling a thing. I want to be able to create something that is going to be long-standing. I want to be able to create something that is unique than anything else out there. Here's the truth. You are not that special. Your offer is not that special. It's not different from anyone else. I'm really sorry to say that, but it's the truth, right? Nobody cares about my offer specifically, the details around it, what that looks like. Like, everyone has accelerator programs. Everyone has online courses. Everyone has $27 programs. There's multiple done for your agencies out there that people can go to. So what exactly sets me apart? What draws people in to me? They care about how I can help them through the way that I show up in my brand. Let me say that again. The difference between a brand and a business is getting your audience, your community, and your dream clients to care about what you can do for them through the way that you show up in your brand and in your offers. It's how you show up in that makes all of the difference. That is why it's so critical for you to do this. The majority of people who are out there just flippantly selling products and services that are not going to last are the ones that aren't focusing on building their brand. They're just focusing on creating an offer, or they're focusing on just selling stuff over and over again. And they're not focusing on what they truly bring to the table and their mission and their vision, the mark that you're leaving in the world, what you want to be known for. People are so connected and attracted to that. Steve Forbes, yes, that Forbes of Forbes.com, says this quote: "Your brand is the single most important investment that you can make in your business." Think about that. Your brand is the single most important investment you can make in your business. And no, we are not just talking about colors and logos and a website. That is not a brand. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, said your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. It's the characteristic of your business. It's your culture. It's how you want to show up. It's the personality behind your business. You have to be intentional with that. You have to cultivate that. And you have to make true time investments into nurturing exactly what that needs to be for you. So here are 5 ways for you to establish your personal brand, to be able to clarify your brand before you even move on to marketing, before you move on to sales, before you move on to optimizing your numbers. You want to have the foundation of your brand fully laid out. Ready for it? Number 1, I want you to understand and define what your unique superpower is. Your giftedness, your secret sauce, what sets you apart, what truly makes you different. And it's not like, well, I'm a marketer. I've been in marketing for 15 years. Like, that's not the thing that sets me apart. What are your convictions? What are the things that you would just go to bat on? The thing that you could talk about and riff on over and over again because you're so dang passionate about it. If you're struggling with this, why don't you go out and ask someone, would you say sets me apart? What do you think I can bring to the table? What do you feel like I could contribute to an event if we were planning it, or to a business meeting, or as a founding partner? Like, when you think of me, what are some of those natural giftedness that come to life? And if it's uncomfortable for you to ask this, kind of get over yourself, sorry to say, because if you want to do things differently, then you got to ask the uncomfortable question. I would challenge you to ask this of people that know and love you to start off with, but also to ask it of your audience, people that you've worked with, maybe even your clients are the best resource if you're bold enough to ask your clients, because they hired you for a reason, but they can see certain things in you that you can't necessarily see in yourself. Also think about the skills that you've cultivated over time. Think about your passions that you bring to the table. Like, how do you show up differently? That is so critical to establish in the way that you are building your brand. For me, there are so many marketing agencies out there, so many business coaches out there, but I will go to bat for the fact that if you are not implementing marketing strategies and you are not running your business in a way that is in alignment with your brand, your values, your vibe, your mission, like, it's all for nothing. It doesn't even matter at that point. So it really doesn't matter if we're building marketing funnels, or if we are curating launch campaigns for clients, or if we're coaching inside of our accelerator program. It always comes back to the foundation of starting with what they're known for. How do you want to show up online? We could be curating social media content for someone. And it's like, how do you want to be perceived? Because again, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And when it comes to this online space, we're never in the room, right? Like, everything is virtual. So when people come across your account online, what are they saying about you? What is the vibe that you're putting off? So critical and important. Number 2, I want you to think about who your dream client is. Who do you actually want to serve? And this is a really important thing, because a lot of people feel like they know their dream client because of the current clients that they're serving right now. But I want you to ask yourself, are you happy with those clients? Do those clients light you up? Or do they just happen to be the clients that said yes or are paying you the rates that you have? It's okay to say, I'm serving these clients right now, but they're not really my dreamiest clients. What I really prefer is this. This question, when you really think about the type of person that you want to call in, this will shape your entire marketing and messaging strategy, because you will start talking to that person to build your community, build your following, and really talk to their needs, to their pain points, to their goals and desires in a very different way when you have this locked in. So really take the time to think about who you want to be serving. The other thing this question is great for is sometimes you're serving clients in a way that isn't really in alignment with who, not just who you want to be serving, but what you want to be doing in terms of how you're serving them. Maybe you fell into the done for you space because you were serving clients who needed that. And you were like, sure, I can do it for you. And so these clients were the kind of clients who just really didn't want to implement the work themselves. They're paying other people to do it. That's why agencies run. But maybe you're tired of doing that. Maybe you want someone who's self-sufficient, or who wants to hire that in-house, or who wants to work with an agency but respects you enough for your consulting and your coaching and is willing to hire someone else for the done for you work. This really can shape how you show up in 2023 with offers and services that you're truly, truly aligned to. Number 3, I want you to think about what your niche is. Now listen, I am like the anti-niche girl. Like, I don't love niches. I don't love narrowing down. Like, I don't love to be put in a box. There's just something about me not wanting to be pigeonholed, not want to be put in a corner. There's probably some childhood trauma with that, I'm not gonna lie, but ultimately, you really do have to at least have a focus of who you're serving in your brand. Because if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. I always say this scene from The Incredibles where Dash is the youngest kid there, and he runs so fast. That's why his nickname is Dash. And in The Incredibles, if you haven't seen it, go see it because it's absolutely amazing. Also, who even are you if you haven't seen The Incredibles? But in this, it's about a superhero family who can no longer use their superpowers. And so there's a scene where Dash wants to run around and fast, wants to join a track team. And, he's like, I want to do all these things. And his mom's like, we can't do that. And he's like, I don't understand. This makes me awesome and amazing. And she's like, well, everybody's awesome. Everyone's amazing. And he's like, but if everyone's amazing, then no one is. And oh my gosh, that's so true. Like, if everyone is the same, no one is, right? Like, if everyone is doing something, then no one's really doing it differently. So if you're talking to everyone, like, you're not narrowing it down enough to talk to the one. So really get clear on what your niche is. Number 3, I want you to think about how to bring your brand to life in the work that you're doing. So how are you going to give your brand a personality? You got to describe your brand in 3 words. What would that look like? Is it bold and exciting and vibrant? Or is it calming and welcoming and serene? Like, think about the type of vibe that you want to put out online in your brand, and figure out what that personality is. If you were to like truly kind of AI your brand itself and personify it, what does that end up being? Like, what kind of personality does it infuse? And then take those elements and showcase that in all of the stuff that you do. Like, my brand is very bold and courageous. It is embracing exactly who you are, whether it's bright or it's also an element of sophistication and class. And so even you're watching the YouTube video right now, like, my back wall is filled with photos that our team has actually taken, and it showcases our team's work, and it showcases not just me, but our clients are behind me, our programs, our logos, the work that we've done. At the same time, I have this bright pink, like neon, and I have this element of like, books and this deep burgundy. Like, I always like to say that I'm kind of like classy and sassy, or sassy and classy, whatever you want to say. And so there's just this vibrancy that comes from it. Like, this is not the vibe from a brand that is more minimalist and more like calming and serene. And so if I was showing up on this, but the kind of clients I wanted to call in, or the kind of offers that I was putting out there, or the way that I really was in real life was kind of like a little bit opposite, there would be a major misalignment. Like, I would not be excited about who's coming in, or my clients would feel like they were bamboozled or tricked. And so at the end of the day, like, figure out what your brand is and then show up that way in everything that you create, and the content you're putting out there, and the boldness of what you're saying, and also just even in the way that you are just physically and visually bringing your brand to life. And the fifth and final thing is that you want to be able to truly activate your brand online. The online space is so key. Now, I'm an online expert, digital marketing expert, but I've spent majority of my career doing marketing, even just pre-online or in both worlds. And a lot was spent in direct response, mail and marketing. And so there's a lot of power, event marketing, all of that. There's a lot of power in omni-channel marketing for sure. But a non-negotiable as part of an omni-channel marketing strategy is going to be showing up online like a boss. Now, it doesn't have to be on all the social media platforms at all at the same time. I teach a strategy inside of our accelerator program that is called your marketing trio. You really want to anchor down on what your core anchor content is, figure out your primary social media platform based on your ideal client, and then figure out your repurposing strategy, all while cultivating an email list. And with that, that is your organic content strategy. That is key to being able to activate the brand that you just established. But stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to be diving into how to elevate your marketing strategy. Now, I am insanely passionate about building your brand, but I am incredibly obsessed with marketing. All things marketing strategy that's where I get to nerd out, and I cannot wait to dive into it with you. We'll simplify it, don't worry, but the focus is really on creating and elevating your marketing and your messaging around the brand that we just built. So I cannot wait to dive in. And if you're already obsessed with the work that we're doing and you're so ready to dive deeper inside of our brand new programs, our signature program is called the CEO Accelerator. We literally spend 3 months together unlocking this particular process, this framework, and really providing a deep dive into how to cultivate this and customize it to your business. It is a hybrid program where there is some pre-recorded courses, but the magic comes in our live coaching sessions. So if that's something that interests you, you can head on over to thebrandvibe.com/CEO to find out all about it. Get yourself on the wait list for when we open the doors for the next cohort. If you like what you hear, will you go ahead and like this video? Literally hit the thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. I cannot wait to hear from you. Leave a comment on what you took away from this. And until we meet again, I'm sending you all of the good vibes. All right, episode is starting. Okay, the online industry and entrepreneur. Hi, I'm Nicole, okay, remember my bio. Proud to be Boricua, founder, Fudge. And the last mother flower. I talk too damn much. You know what? It's fine. We're done. Okay.